Hi, I'm Matt. On today's tech tip, we're going to be winterizing this 2026 811 wet bath. All we're going to need is a gallon of RV antifreeze, our pickup tube, a ratchet with an extension, and either a 27 millimeter or 1 1/16 inch socket, and we'll be good to go. The steps we're going to follow is to drain our fresh tank, drain our hot and cold low point drains, drain our hot water heater, bypass our hot water heater, and then we're going to go pump antifreeze throughout all the supply lines. We've already drained our black tank and our gray tank, and we have our battery installed so that we can run your pump. If you don't have a battery in your camper, just plug it into shore power. Prior to winterizing, make sure that your hot water heater is completely off, both on gas and electric. To start, let's do an overview of all the valves that are in the dump valve area on an 811. Going around, we've got our valve for our cold low point drain, our gate valve for our black tank, our gate valve for our gray tank, our drain for our freshwater tank, and then our low point drain for our hot water lines. To start the winterization process, we're going to open all of these PEX valves. So for our cold water low point drain, our hot water low point drain, and for our fresh tank. We're going to let that sit for several minutes until the fresh tank is completely drained. The next step is for us to drain our hot water tank. Ours is being shut off for several hours, so I'm not worried about the temperature of the water inside. Because we're going to be opening a pressure relief valve and then pulling a drain plug, it's very important to do this when the water is not hot to reduce chance of injury. To start, I'm going to open the pressure release valve to allow air to come into the tank. You will see that there will be a little bit of dribble flow of water. Next, using my socket and standing out of the way so I don't get too wet, I'm going to remove the drain plug with the anode. Now that the hot water tank is completely drained, we're ready to reinstall our plug and anode. Our anode is in good condition, so it's totally fine to go right back in for another season. We're gonna reinsert this anode and then shut the pressure reducing valve. We're going to tighten the anode just till it's snug, and then we're gonna close our pressure relief valve. Now that our fresh tank is stopped draining, we're gonna go ahead and shut our cold and hot low point drains and our fresh tank drain valves. Now that those are all shut, we're ready to go inside and put the hot water heater into bypass mode. We've removed our dinette seat cushion so that we can get behind the hot water heater to where all the valves are that we're going to need to open or close and to get the antifreeze pickup connected. First, let's do an overview of all the valves that are in this area. Starting at the bottom, right in front of the pump, is our freshwater tank pickup valve. This one is going to need to be closed to start the winterizing process. This valve here is for our RV antifreeze pickup. We are going to open this once we connect our line. We're just going to leave it closed just for now. We've then got our inlet of cold water into our hot water tank and our outlet of hot water into our hot water tank. Since our tank's drained and we don't want to fill the tank with RV antifreeze, we are going to shut both of those valves. Our last valve is our hot water tank bypass valve. When we're camping, we want our cold water to go into our hot water tank and then hot water to come out. When we winterize, we don't want to have any RV antifreeze go into the tank. So we are going to open this valve to allow the RV antifreeze to bypass the hot water heater. Now that we've gone through all of that, our first step is going to be to remove the cap that is on our RV antifreeze pickup line. Simply unscrew the cap and set it aside. Next, we're going to take our RV antifreeze pickup hose and connect the threaded portion to where we just removed the cap from. With that connected, we can go ahead and insert the bare end into our jug of RV antifreeze. Now that we've got our bare end of the tube inserted into the RV antifreeze, we're going to go ahead and open that pickup valve so that we're going to allow the RV antifreeze to get drawn through the tube, through the pump, and pump it through to all of the faucets. Next step is that we're going to turn our pump on, and we're going to start to see that the volume in this jug is going to go down as it starts getting pumped through the system. We're then going to go to each of our faucets in the kitchen, in the bathroom, the shower, the toilet, and the exterior shower, and we're going to winterize all of them. We're going to do this by running the tap on cold until we see the pink fluid come through, and then to hot until we see the pink fluid come through. When we do each of the P-traps, we want to make sure that we're allowing enough fluid to sit there so it prevents it from freezing. So when we do the shower, we're going to drain the shower not through the bathroom sink, but through the shower drain in the floor. Now that all our faucets are winterized, we're going to go back inside, turn off our pump, and this 811 is completely winterized.